Hi everyone, welcome back. Metric conversions, it's amazing how many people struggle with it. It really seems to affect people's brains. I can connect it to studies done, and I know it's one of those things that a lot of people can't conceptualise. Some people just go to rules, and then as they get older, suddenly it becomes incredibly easy. You get all these rules: a kilometre equals 1,000 metres. Some people say a kilometre equals 1,000 metres. So K stands for 1,000 metres. K stands for 1,000 grams. So 1 gram, of course, is 1,000 grams. Most people are okay with that. Then we can keep going through that 1 metre means 1,000 millimetres. We're talking about thousandths, so 1,000. So that one I can talk about. Here's a metre, and in a metre you'll have 1,000. Those little markings on the ruler that go across, 1,000 of those will go across the ruler. I'm deliberately not talking about centimetres. Nothing on the board talks about centimetres. I was doing these for a long time, and suddenly it dawned on me, what was I doing in my head? I wasn't thinking centimetres. I was just thinking in terms of thousands. So go back to the first question. We know that 1 kilometre would be 1,000 metres. So 3 kilometres has to be 3,000 metres. If I put the old comma in for decimal, for value places, I can then look at it a bit clearer, though in Australia that was removed a long time ago. So a lot of people still use it. So 4 kilograms, 1 kilogram would be 1,000. So this will be 4,000. And then 7 metres, 1 metre would be 1,000 millimetres. Go back to our rule, 1 metre would be 1,000. Remember, they're all about thousands, unless it says centimetres. Can be some other unusual things like decimetres and area and things. But for the moment, it's just talking about 7,000. For that 7 to become the 7,000, it has to have 3 zeros. Of course, if you didn't have 3 zeros, it would only be 700. So we need the 3 zeros. 5 kilowatts. So you don't know what kilowatts are. It means 1,000 watts. If I go out to my electric meter out here and have a look at it, it will talk about kilowatts. So 5 kilowatts would be 5,000, and I've been leaving the comma off on purpose. So 5 kilowatts, 5,000. So just as you read it, see, this really reads as 5,000 watts. 7. A bit harder to say it there because you've got to think of what the rule is, but this one tells you. So 5,000 watts. So that 5 has to have 3 digits after it. If it doesn't have 3 digits after it, you can't say it as thousands. So if we ignored, this is me with my peekaboo method, if I ignored that 0.1, 4 metres has to be 4,000 millimetres. So if I ignored that one, the 4 becomes 4,000. Where'd the 1 go to? It has to be next to the 4. So if I put that 1 in there, it's next to the 4. And there'll be people watching going, why don't you just times by 1,000? Now for those you do, that's okay. Just do your timesing by 1,000. For this one here, so the 4.1, that becomes really hundreds, but let's not talk about the hundreds. 5 to be 5,000 has to have 3 digits after it. What happened to the 2 and the 3? They have to be next to the 5. So if I rub off those 2 there, they have to be next to the 5. If you're comfortable with multiplying by 1,000, we can talk about moving the decimal 3 places. Not going to talk about it here, just mention it. This one here, 1 has to be 1,000. So there's my 1,000. What happens to the 9 and the 4? Be careful, the zeros muck people up. So this is 1094. So all I did with my brain when I was first doing it, I think I was just as a child looking at it as 1094. I don't know, I had to think through what was going on. So 9 metres to millimetres. So 1 metre would be 1,000 millimetres. Milli are so small. So when you've got really small, 1,000 of the millimetres, if you get your fingers about as close as you can together, that little gap's a millimetre. It's hard to estimate it. 1,000 then would fit across a metre. So what happened to the 8? And people go wrong and they do all sorts of things and they do this. They put the 8 there and get it completely wrong. No. So you still need that 0, you still need that 0, and then you need that 1 to be 8. So, changing, I can talk about things like these are going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, and they used to talk about the larger to the smaller you multiply. I found over the years, even students who really struggle with the topic though, can look at it once they understand the idea and just say the 3 kilometres is 3,000. It's enough for now. We'll come back and do number 2. Thank you.